Hell, I just signed a 30-year mortgage today. If that doesn't deserve a fucking drink, I don't know what does. Hey there, folks. I am the Mighty Plantain, and yes, for the next 30 years, I am going to have the largest debt of my life, but they say it's worth it for home ownership. I guess we'll find out. I got 30 years to figure it out, but this kind of feels like the next step in this whole process. We're not fully moved in yet. We're just getting a couple of little things over here. Got to do some painting on the walls before we get some of the major appliances in. I mean, other than the kitchen stuff, I got a washer and dryer to get delivered. We got bedroom sets. We got all kinds of other furniture and shit to get in here. I still have to get internet and direct TV hooked up, so I got some phone calls to make this weekend and schedule those appointments. What a fucking nightmare. Think any time you've ever moved, think of the 30 million tiny little details that you gotta deal with, and it just seems way more significant dealing with the same things when it's something, a place you own. It's a mind fuck. But like I said, we're moving some small stuff in. Did our first load of dishes in the new dishwasher. I haven't had a dishwasher in years. They look fucking spectacular. And now I have my whiskey nosing glasses back, which is great. No more drinking out of a plastic juice glass. I finally found the box these were in, dug them out. So like I said, this is the next step in this whole home buying process. So we are, since the next time I do one of these, we'll have moved in fully. We're going to do the third of these sample Scotch whiskeys that my wife brought back for me from Scotland. Got to thank the Lady Plantain for these. They've been really awesome so far. And my sister-in-law Melissa and brother-in-law Hugo for helping pick them out. But yeah, this is the last of the sampler pack. She also brought me a very nice Glenfiddich experimental series. We're going to be tucking into that when we get moved in. Maybe I'll do a quick tour video at that time as well. This time you're just seeing the kitchen. So, the Clynelish. I'm probably mispronouncing that one as well. This is a 14-year-old aged Scotch Whiskey, Coastal Highlands, distilled and bottled in Scotland, Clynelish Distillery, Brora, Sutherland, Scotland. Okay, so it looks like it's a Highlands malt. I'm not a big fan of Highlands malts, but there have been some really good ones. In general, they seem to be a little more harsh and not necessarily smoky, but just a little bit more harsh and maybe I don't know. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but I just don't care for them as much as I do the smoother Islay or Speyside malts. So we'll see how this one works out. Did I pull? Oh, I don't think the others had this little seal across the top, but maybe they did. Maybe they didn't. I love these itty bitty little sampler bottles. I've made the point several times that it's like a little beer bottle, honestly. It's roughly the same size, and you could probably walk around with one of these anywhere you wanted it. People wouldn't think twice about it. I mean, think about it. Oh, that is a nice, light, golden color whiskey. I can't quite get close enough to the camera, but that's okay. The lighting in here is certainly better than it is in the area that I've been doing these. We'll see how that all pans out. I don't know what the filming is going to look like. I might keep doing them in the little apartment I was in before, because I'm probably still going to have access to that building, but I would certainly need to make some lighting upgrades. I might just start filming over here in the kitchen. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Like I said, 30 million tiny little details. Boy, that's sticking to the glass really nicely. It's got some decent legs on it. It seems to stay smooth, but then it fragments really quickly. So it's leaving like a lot of little jagged peaks on it. Some other whiskeys I've had, they leave a nice smooth rounded, but I'm getting some jagged peaks in the legs on that. So that's an interesting but it's definitely got a little bit of body to it because of its the way it's sticking up there quite for as long as it is. See, already I'm getting some harshness to it, but there is a hint of sweetness underlying. I'm getting some really boozy notes. But then there is a smokiness to it as well. Smokiness and a little hint of sweetness underlying. Mostly just a really harsh boozy aroma. Let's see what it tastes like. It's way smoother than the aroma would lead you to believe. Wow. Up front, there's actually a little bit of tanginess, like a bit of an alcoholic and slightly acidic zing to it. Then you get those smoky toasted notes, and then it fades to hints of caramel and vanilla and maybe even a hint of cinnamon in there. Really interesting. But it's definitely a complex whiskey. This is actually one of the Highlands malts that I would drink on a regular basis. I mean, this is good stuff. I almost wonder if the extra couple of years in the barrels maybe mellowed it out a bit more. Most of the Highlands malts that I'm used to are just in general, you know, a simple 8 to 12 year aged blend, but not blend, 8 to 12 year aged variety, whatever. Well, this one's 14. Like I said, maybe that's mellowing it out a little bit more. Maybe it's just the overall taste. Now, all Scotch whiskeys are blended because they will take barrels of any single malt and blend it together to get the characteristic taste that that brand is known for. When you really look at a blended Scots whiskey or Scotch whiskey, when they label it as a blended versus a single malt, it means that they take several different single malts from different distilleries and they blend them together to get that distinctive taste. But yeah, even your single malts have been blended from multiple barrels of the same whiskey. It's just the difference between single malt and blended. Like I said, is a blended is blended from several different single malts. Anyway, I repeated myself there, and I'm not going to harp on it. The Clynelish is awesome. You should check it out. I definitely will be checking it out again. I guess that's really all I got to say about that. I'm just going to leave you with one little tip. You want a quick 5-minute project that'll make your wife happy and make you feel like the master of your own domain? Dimmer switches, bitches. Seriously. I know. Guys who do this stuff all the time, they're probably looking at that and like, what the fuck? That's nothing. For me, this is my first home improvement project on my own home. And like I said, it was quick, it was simple, it wasn't that expensive. 3-pack of those dimmer switches at $35 down at Home Depot. Brand new place like this where the builder labeled the circuit breakers correctly and adequately. It takes about 2 seconds to figure out which one to turn off. Boom, boom. Electrical wiring is a lot easier than it used to be, apparently. They're just little quick release things. You push them in with wire nuts. Like I said, it's a quick, easy project, and you know, your wife will love it. And for those of us who don't do a lot of this thing, it is remarkably empowering. I seriously did the whole ooh, ah thing when I started messing with it. And I can't stop fucking messing with it. I am way more proud of myself than I should be for installing a stupid dimmer switch. But just do it, man. You'll feel amazing. Yeah, I guess that's all I got to say about that too. So, thanks for tuning in, folks. Till next time, like I said, might be a tour coming up when I do a video over here for the first time. But, pardon, that's a little ways away. I'll be doing beer reviews and such in the meantime. Cheers. Alright, yeah, another video is supposed to be over, but I just want to give you a quick look at this too. I put dimmers on all of these damn lights. And I got a fourth one on the chandelier that's going over the dining room table. And two more to install, probably one in the kids' bedroom. And I don't know, the wife's probably going to want one in the living room. Now that one's not as, yeah, well, I guess you can see it on the camera there. Anyway, I'm done. I'm done. I gotta walk away from them, probably futzing around with them all night.